Sooner, everybody! All right! Well, the Sooners swirl past the Cyclones on Military Appreciation Day. One of the coolest games I've ever been at, and it was a 38-point win. You saw everything, from a person storming the field and being tackled by Bob Stoops' personal highway patrol officer, to a dad being reacquainted with his family after being overseas the last few months, to Kendall Thompson playing quarterback. Oh, and by the way, to top all of it, Bob Stoops ties Barry Switzer with all-time wins at the University of Oklahoma. Here's how it happened for the Sooners and the Cyclones. Trevor Knight was your leading passer. He came in for Blake Bell in the second quarter and finished with 61 yards in the air, no touchdowns, and no interceptions. Grant Roja, as of Iowa State, passed for 171 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 2 costly interceptions. On the ground, there were a lot of Sooners on the ground for rushing for nearly 400 yards. But one of the big guys, Damian Williams, had 10 carries, a $128, and 2 big touchdown runs for the Sooners. For Iowa State, Aaron Wimberly had 13 carries, 57 yards, and 0 touchdowns. The leading receivers for each side, Colton Bester was once again one of the best receivers for the Sooners the other night, with 6 catches on 74 yards, 0 touchdowns. Clinton Bundridge was the main guy again for Iowa State, but only had 6 catches for a total of 66 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 0. So, there's that being said. The leading defensive players for each side, Dominique Alexander once again led the team in tackles for OU. 11 total tackles, yet 0 forced turnovers. On the defensive side for Iowa State, Jarquez Washington, he also had 11 tackles and 0 forced turnovers. There were 3 field goal attempts in the football game by each side, 2 for Oklahoma and 1 by Iowa State. Michael Honeycutt was 2 for 2, getting back on track, hitting a 22-yarder and a long 32-yarder the other day, while Cole Nitton hit his long and only field goal of 29 yards. The punting day for Oklahoma was all done in the first half, and it wasn't that bad. 3 attempts, 46.7 in average, 54 the long, 0 inside the 20-yard line for Mr. Jed Barnett. Kirby Vanderkamp from Iowa State had 7 attempts, 39.6 in average, 57 was his long, and 2 of them were nailed inside the 20. So how did we get to the 48-10 score? Well, I'll tell you how it happened. No scoring in the first quarter. Going into the second quarter, we're tied at 0-0. But not for long. Because with 14:18 left in the second quarter, Sam Richardson runs in a 4-yard quarterback run by himself, giving the lead to Iowa State 7-0. But on the drive that Blake Bell was knocked out of, Trevor Knight finishes off the drive and gets them within field goal range, and Michael Honeycutt nails the 22-yarder with 7:32 left in the second quarter. Iowa State still leading, however, 7-3. Then Cole Nitton, with 5:52 left, scores a field goal for Iowa State, making it their final score of the night. 10-3 with 5:52 left in the half. until halftime. But Oklahoma would tie it with 1:09 left. Jalen Saunders, the Special Teams Player of the Week, shows why he is the Special Teams Player of the Week. 91-yard punt return for a touchdown, beating his Oklahoma State high of 81. The 91 this year ties the ball game at 10-10, and we go to halftime break. In the third quarter, the Sooners start running away with it. Pun intended. Damian Williams gets it started off with a 69-yard touchdown. His first of two in his final home game in Norman. With 14-17 left, Oklahoma finally takes the lead, 17-10. Michael Honeycutt adds on another field goal to make it 20-10. A 32-yard field goal with 7:50 left. OU in the lead now. Oklahoma, though, not done scoring in the third. Brennan Clay, a 63-yard touchdown run with 3:59 left, making it 17-10 Sooners. Then we see something that we have not seen all year. And everyone says that Blake Bell is the more the power back, more the running back type. But Trevor Knight, 56-yard quarterback scramble run for a touchdown with 14:49 left in the third, making it 31-10 Sooners. Then Damian Williams, with 9:32 left, gets his second of two touchdowns on the night. A 19-yard touchdown run, 41-10 Sooner Boomers. Towards the end of the game, with 3:56 left, that's the drive when Kendall Thompson got in the game. And Kendall did the same thing that Trevor did in finding the end zone. Kendall Thompson shot out a 3-yard touchdown run to Aaron Ripkowski, the backup fullback, with 3:56 left. That was the final score in the game. The final score of the official game, 48-10, Sooners in the lead. The injury report for each side. Albert Gray for Iowa State was kind of knocked out on a little punt return. Number 18. He got back up, but and did return. For Oklahoma, Blake Bell did not return, was knocked out with concussionary symptoms on the about the first drive of the second or third drive of the second quarter. Even the Fox Sports 1 guy had an injury report. The cameraman was completely ran over when Grant Rohasha of Iowa State ran out of bounds right into the cameraman. And we also had an injury, or I think would be an injury, to a field stormer on Owen Field. When Bob Stoops' personal assistant came on and laid down the hammer on the dude. You could tell the guy you could tell that his personal bodyguard, Stoopsy's personal bodyguard, you could tell that Bob's personal bodyguard used to be a linebacker at Central Oklahoma, and the guy lit him up. He lit the dude up. Back to on the official field of Owen Field, though. That's enough for the injury updates. Hype of the game was the 56-yard quarterback scramble touchdown by Trevor Knight. Good run there. And Stoopsy's stop of the night came when Iowa State was on their way on their, this is on about their first or second drive of the game, and Grant Roja throws a pick to Quentin Hayes at the OU 17-yard line. Roja throws it. It is tipped by Oklahoma native Savon Taylor and picked off by Quentin Hayes. 3 main goals in this game. don't make big mistakes. Amazing job here, boys. Amazing job. They didn't make any mistakes. They had a little bit of a wall to go through in the first quarter, but they've always had that. Other than that, pretty good. 2 scoring drives the one main scoring drive in the second quarter. But after that, very, 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 very good. They did not punt the ball after the halftime lead was taken. Defense, well, they got the turnovers. They didn't let a lot of teams in front of them, and they only gave up 2 scores offensively. Way to go, boys. Keep them in front. Don't let them get behind you. Special teams, Michael Honeycutt, another amazing job by this guy. 2 for 2 on regular field goals. He also handled a lot of the kickoffs, 5 touchbacks, and Judd Barnett, when he had to in the first half, was pretty good there too. 3 attempts. 54 was his long. Next up comes Kansas State. The big question for the next one, will Blake Bell play? Will he even, not will he play, will he even be suited up in Manhattan? His first trip back could be his first trip back as a starting quarterback? Your thoughts. You can let me have them. Your thoughts. Follow me at SoonerFanOK or follow me at Harry James Taylor on Facebook. Choose one of the two. It's up to you. And until next time, as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody. Take care.